In the 1940s, the beautiful Polish-American film actress Jean Wallace performed an erotic fan dance for a vintage pin-up photograph. Fanny Brice doing Ziegfeld Follies photo, in around 1920s. She was famously portrayed by Barbra Streisand in the stage musical Funny Girl. She was a Follies perennial after 1910, and her comic routines and parodies were highly popular. The beautiful British-American actress, Elizabeth Taylor on the set of Giant in 1956. As one of the most popular stars in classical Hollywood cinema in the 1950s, she became the world's highest-paid movie star by the 1960s. Cindy Willis performs motorcycle stunts on Wall of Death, as she flanked by two other riders at Canvey Island, in June 24, 1963. Performing in the Ziegfeld Follies of 1916, Lillian Tashman is a tall, blonde, and slender woman with a throaty voice. Although she never obtained superstar status, her cinematic performances are described as sharp, clever, and have aged little over the decades. December 1944, at Focal Airfield in Holland, leading aircraftman Fred Faison, members of No. 122 Wing, had saved their sweet ration for weeks, and contributed enough money to give the children their first proper Christmas party. He disguises himself as Santa Claus, and hands out presents to Dutch children during the war. Colorized by Piece of Jake. The 37th President of the USA, Lyndon B. Johnson, drives his amphicar on April 10, 1965. He likes to prank the passengers by driving the vehicle down a hill into a lake and exclaiming to his passengers that the brakes had malfunctioned, while they had no idea the car was designed to float in water. His unique and creative approach led many to wonder whether Dali engaged in the use of psychedelics or hallucinogens. He had a Honda CB chopper rolled up to his hotel room, so he could be inspired by it. Stunning French fashion photograph, by Henri Manuel circa 1895. Actress Pauline Stark, from October 1921 Photoplay magazine. Members of the Russian Bolshoi Ballet Company visit the fun fair at Battersea Park in London on August 5, 1965. After John Dillinger was shot and killed by the FBI in 1934, a Chicago morgue put the bank robber's body on display to the public. Thousands of spectators lined up to see the fallen criminal, who by that point had become a mythical Robin Hood figure of sorts. An estimated 15,000 people viewed the corpse over a day and a half. As many as 4 death masks were also made. A pin-up girl photograph of Nguyen, riding a rocket circulated in magazines and was painted on the sides of bombers during World War II. Apollo 1 crew members practice water egress procedures in a swimming pool at Ellington Air Force Base in Houston, Texas. Sadly, the mission never flew. A cabin fire during a launch rehearsal test on January 27 killed all 3 crew members. The name Apollo 1, chosen by the crew, was made official by NASA in their honor after the fire. In 1916, a young woman named Ruth Bancroft Law attempted to do something that no man or woman had done before: fly from Chicago to New York City in one day. It was a dangerous journey that would require nerve and great endurance, and although her original goal had to be altered, she still made history because Law was no ordinary woman or pilot. She was a pioneer American aviator during the 1910s. Photographed of Billy Dove in the early 1920s. She was a famous American actress. Not only that, Dove was also a pilot, poet, and painter. In her silent heyday, This ravishing and highly photogenic star was known for her voluptuous femininity on the silent screen. Private Chris Belchambers, a member of the sniper section of 3rd Battalion, the Royal Australian Regiment, smiles and waves to a group of Korean children who have emerged from their hiding place after their village has been cleared of enemy forces. January 1, 1951.